Okay, folks, just for a little bit of fun, it's just a slight diversion. I've complained from time to time about some of the stuff that people come out with on YouTube and all over the internet, with absolutely no basis in fact whatsoever. They just come out with something and they say, okay, well, I just said it, so it must be true. And so there's just one thing that's just come up. So I've got 38,000 genuine, actual baccarat outcomes here, and I'm going to run a little test to see Cody's last name. I can't remember, but he's one of the crazy clowns who just bets tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, over 1 million sometimes, behaving like a complete idiot, and attracting an enormous audience. Obviously, I'm horribly jealous of his enormous audience. Although, of course, I know that his audience is made up of people who are looking for idiots betting huge amounts of money and are not interested in the facts behind anything, really. They just want the excitement, and that's fine, and they have that right. That's not illegal. It's fine if it floats their boat, improves their life, whatever. Anyway. Cody, who quite obviously is an expert baccarat player, says that every time there's a tie, it's followed by banker. Okay? Banker wins after a tie. Every time. Now, when he says something like that, he's probably not being as stupid as it sounds. He's probably saying it for fun or for effect or whatever. But, anyway, if equals T, I want to know what's in F23. Otherwise, I don't want to know. Right? Okay, I decided it was a bit embarrassing with me getting a little cross with myself, because I decided that I wanted to do it in column D, and then I promptly did it in column E, which of course resulted in complications. So, let's try this again. All the way down to the bottom, then over to column E, and then all the way up. And we'll see what happens. There we go. So now we're going to look and we're going to see, okay, so we're going to count, plus count. You know what the answer is going to be here. It's going to be pretty much even Stevens between banker and player. But that wouldn't bother somebody like Cody, because he doesn't care about truth. He just cares about, I think he might be related to Donald Trump. It's very slow all of a sudden, isn't it? And that's because, of course, I just put in a really stupid formula. Talking about Donald Trump. Count it, right? Let's see if I can get this right. Is P. Alright? So it's going to tell me how many P's there are, so to speak. Alright? Now what do you reckon for banker? We'll copy it down to here. What is going on with me today? Please take no notice. I'm off my medication. Now we change this to... So how close do you think the number is going to be to 1612? 1704. Okay? So, Mr. Genius, Cody, is, let's see, plus come on, okay. It's going to come out at 6%, right? 5.71%. So they just happen to be a little teeny weeny advantage of 6% to banker versus player. And the balance, of course, would be ties. I suppose I ought to find out what the tie number is. So we'll just type in T there instead of... So the T number is 323, okay, and that's about right. It's about, I don't know, that's in the area of 9%, isn't it? So if we take the totals plus come on, it's terribly slow. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm terribly slow. Okay. Okay, so 44% were players, 47% were bankers, 323 is 9%, which is pretty much what I said. You normally expect ties to be about 9%. And you can see numbers up the top there in column E, which show you what the overall picture is. But this is just a quick demo, just to show you that, basically, I'm sorry, Cody, but you're full of shit. I mean, I know you can't help it, and I know it's a very useful way of presenting performance art and making lots and lots of money, but don't tell us stuff that just plain isn't true. It doesn't, it's only politicians do that, right? So there we are. End of experiment, end of waste of time. But it's just kind of frustrating when these guys come out with this nonsense that there are people out there actually believe it.